Your name, when and where you were born, who your parents were, what it was like.
Yes, my name is Claude Williams, Claude G. Williams, G for Gabriel. I was born in Muskogee, Oklahoma, in February the 22nd, 1908. My father was named Lee J. Williams. My mother was named Laura Williams. My family was, they migrated from, my mother came from North Carolina, my father came from South Carolina. And from what I hear, when they was courting, my father used to ride a horse from South Carolina to North Carolina to see my mother on Sundays before they got married.
When did you first come to Kansas City? How did you happen to come to Kansas City, and what was it like when you got here?
Well, we came up to Kansas City, and I came up here with Andy Crick's 12 Clouds of Joy. The band automatically went from T. Holder's 12 Clouds of Joy into Andy Crick's hands. Something happened where T. Holder had to leave the group. Something we made Andy the manager, since he was the most settled, the oldest in the group. We made him the manager of it, and it just worked on into his name as Andy Crick's 12 Clouds of Joy. Well, after I came here with him, then we left here and went on, made a tour to down south through Tennessee and on back into New York.
What was it like in Kansas City?
Oh, Kansas City was practically the same as Vegas then. It didn't nothing close. Everything was open all night, and so you didn't, people get up at 11 or 12 o'clock to go party. It was quite a city. This was 1930, and well, Kansas City seemed to be jumping more as years come on along in 1930, because they said this Pendergast was the boss of everything. Whatever he said, like he called the shots for when the clubs could open and close and things like that. So I would think by it being the Pendergast time and the town being wide open, that also helped Kansas City to get the name of the most jazz town of the country. And in '36, when I left Peoria, I went on in Chicago. And meantime, that's when Count came up there looking for me. Although didn't say back in, from 28, Count was here from, I think I remember him when I first came in 28, but I know he was here around 30 and 32. We used to jam around together here before I left here in 33 to go to Peoria. And when he came up in 36 to get me, he told me that he was enlarging his band. He was figured on some big happenings happening. So I came on back to Kansas City with him while he enlarged his band at the Reno Club. I'd been working at this spot, Lucio's Paradise on 18. So Jay told me he was getting up a band, and I played for him for a little while, and then I got another offer from a group up in Michigan. But I could see that Jay's band had good potentials because at this time he had Charlie Parker on alto, and step Buddy Anderson, which was a very good trumpet player. And but for some reason I'd made up my mind to accept this offer that was offered up in Michigan. And I was up there about 6 months or 8 months, and I heard the fellas talking about Yardbird. And I said, man, Yardbird. I said, I knew a boy around Kansas City called Yardbird, Charlie Parker. He said, yeah, that's him. And Jay's band had jumped from Kansas City and was taking New York by storm, you know. And I was sorry at that time I didn't stick with him.
Claude, what is the Kansas City sound?
Well, the Kansas City sound is something different from all sounds anywhere in the world, you know, and it's can be recognized by most good musicians, you know. So many of the musicians would come up from, you know, like from Dallas and come to Kansas City. Well, I mean, they probably would have a different style, but after being here a little while, they'd fall right into Kansas City style. You know. So like I said, by it being, the town being open all night and jamming all night like that, I believe that's the cause of Kansas City being known as a jazz center.
What's a riff?
A riff is a group of notes put together, and you play it like 3 or 4 times. You play it for the first 8 measures, and then they play the channel of the song. Then you put a riff behind the same riff or something after they play the channel. You know, like you know, that's what they call a riff, the same group of notes.